is actually a mobile game. I've actually seen this mobile game pop up, like in my ads when I'm scrolling through social media and such. And it really is right up my alley. And let me know how the audio is, and we will go from there. Thank you guys for the head pats. Also, let me know how the audio quality is, if it's too low or too high. And we will go from there. Right, starting. This is the art style for the whole game. And it's a mobile game. Hello, Deldemon. It's a really haunting the game. Oh, it's of course the video by Bare Metal Brian. I will link to it afterwards. I just really like the minimalism of it all. I know a lot of people might not like appreciate that, but the minimalism says so much to me. Conceive our greatest creation. Was a one-sided intention.
My name is Brian. This
Hello,
is Bare
Brian.
Metal. It's very rare that I upload a video about a piece of media to this channel without first beating said piece of media to death and dissecting it and hyperanalyzing every piece of it like some kind of mad scientist on my own. But what I want to do today is...
I can agree. I felt like that with Fear and Hunger. In case you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of the series Fear and Hunger. I love it absolutely. And that's why this game kind of naturally attracted me to it.
Simply set the tone. Today's video is going to be one of the first peers into the world of Trail of Gods, a 1-bit dark fantasy game for iOS and Android by Leonard Menciari, lead developer of Trek to Yomi and the creator of The Eternal Castle. That second one is a cinematic 2D platformer that I got way too deep into the rabbit hole of in 2025, in which I made a whole feature film-length video about in October, which you can find in the description. But basically, it is a nesting doll of secret gameplay mechanics and lines of dialogue wrapped in an ARG. The game is full of lots of little things.
What do you guys think about ARGs? I'm kind of hit or miss with them. Sometimes I like them when I know that it's an ARG. Other times I really don't care for them. Like, what was it? Vita Carnes. I kind of like that one. I mean, because that one was one you could tell from the beginning. It wasn't anything but an ARG.
That you only get to see if you get really good at it and earn them. I get the sense that Trail of Gods is something similar. This game is only available on mobile devices, and because I don't usually play mobile games myself, I had no intention of covering it at first.
Same.
But my time with Eternal Castle made such a strong impression on me that I couldn't resist exploring Menciari's work a little bit more. So, let's talk the technical, and then I'll get into what I've discovered about the story, spoilers and all. From there, whoever's willing and able to crack the game's shell a little bit more can do so, and I'll be glad to see what you find. And if you want to do the Eternal Castle too while you're at it, I'm not touching that thing again. Trail of Gods bills itself in the Play Store as the challenge of Dark Souls combined with the intense minimalism of indie games like Minute and the Eternal Castle. It is meant to be played and mastered with one finger, just like... I'm not going to say it. It will be too easy. Not this time. you won't be ready for it next time. Navigation is done simply by tapping where you want to go. And attacking is accomplished directionally by holding down and swiping toward an enemy on the screen. But this feels heavy and sludgy, especially when you consider how fast enemies move and how you have to time things right to do more damage and get past their guard. If the difficult combat didn't give it away, I can confirm that this game is a bit soulsy, allowing you to save and heal.
I think that's kind of a
bonfires.
given how it is.
But it differs in the sense that there's still a limit to how much you can die before you get a hard game over and have to start from the beginning of the campaign. Uncertainty and discomfort are a huge part of what give this game its functional and visual identity. Progressing through this world is very much like feeling your way through the fog. Now, I've done my best to make this a cinematic experience, but due to the original vertical format and the minimalist visuals, some things might be a bit hard to parse. The original version of this game is in 180 by 320 resolution and does not have any recorded dialogue. Everything you'll see in this video is slightly tweaked, reimagined, or reframed to be more accessible in the long-form medium. So if you have some tolerance for spoilers, feel free to watch beyond this point. Try to look and listen close, and I'll help you experience what I did my first time through.
Nice.
Trail of Gods centers on a
What I
place
hear
called
it's
the
actually
Cursed
pretty
Island.
short, which makes sense.
The game
It's a
starts
mobile
with
game.
that cutscene that you saw at the beginning of the video, in which this mysterious cloaked figure tells you to go back and start from your earliest memory. The first time you open the game, you'll have 3 characters to pick from: Joy from the south, Meo from the east, and Ara from the west. There are other characters you can unlock later, but for my first run I picked Ara. I don't know what changes if you pick the other 2, but Ara's earliest memory is this. She wakes up in her home, calling out to her father, as the air swelters visibly in every direction.
Dad?
With no one there to respond, she walks out into her village to find her neighbors huddled over, screaming in terror.
Tragedy! Look at what happened! It's all over!
That tends to happen with tragedies.
God's return. They did this. They took everything.
My baby! My poor baby!
What are you doing here? Run away! Now!
Your parents didn't make it. They've been killed. Please, forgive me.
You're alive. How can that be?
What happened?
You must kill our creator.
Ominous much?
He did this to us. You need to find him.
This just reminds me of Gnosticism, or at least very early Gnostic texts. For those of you who don't know, Gnosticism is basically the concept or the belief that the creator of the universe, at least the original creator of the universe, was a cruel, malevolent being that he made us for his own amusement or entertainment, rather. So I'm getting big not Gnosticism vibes from this already.
There's no other way.
In the next room, you ascend a staircase.
I was never allowed in here.
I guess you're supposed to be a child at this point.
And at the very top, someone who seems to know you stands just outside a tunnel and rushes to protect you.
Man, that soundscape design, that's
Hide
really
in there,
good.
quickly. No questions, just go.
The villager steps into the light, standing between the doorway and a group of armed villains.
Damn, that was beautiful. I know it's like a graphic scene, but it's beautiful the way it's like rendered in one bit.
The village burned in the night. the raiders had their day. And as seasons turned, all roads led back to buried roots.
It's been a long time. Not much left of home. Just dust and rubble.
I mean, if you had your village ransacked and had been years, what would you expect? I mean, they massacred everybody. You were the sole survivor.
Feels like chasing ghosts. Still standing. Hello?
Out there. Still searching.
Who are you?
I know what you seek. It's right over there.
Come on. Go on now.
I think that's the tower you went in the first time when they saved your life.
In there.
Why would you jump in without a rope or something? I mean,
You're under arrest.
so there's like the militia of the new gods or something.
Our protagonist is shackled and thrown into a carriage.
Okay, it's a cinematic death. Okay, that makes sense then.
When we next gain control of Ara, it's in the confines of a prison cell, across from an old man.
This feels wrong.
I mean, the blood on the door kind of gave that away.
Are you ready to leave this place? That's a very weak door. I'm too much of a coward to get out of here.
I mean, at least he admits it.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Kill the guard to steal his key. You might be able to escape.
Okay. That's a weak jailer.
Hey. Rest at the bonfire. This is where you'll wake up. It's safe here.
So obviously very
The rest of the
Souls-like
game from
inspired.
here is a lot of fighting against knights, bandits, beasts, and the undead. Between bouts of combat, you can find NPCs who will point you in the direction of this world's mysterious creator, and mercenaries who you can hire for support in combat.
Well, that's
But
cool.
even in spite of the help, before long, you'll likely fall in combat.
Interesting.
After you die, you soon awaken in a dark, endless void. But someone is there with you. The same cloaked figure you saw outside the tunnel before you were captured. The perfection of the few is built on the suffering of the many.
Actually, the fuse built on suffering of many. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Tell me to resist.
strong. Trade my life to gain health.
Okay.
Slaughter me to be fast. Slay me, reawaken.
So I guess it's kind of like you can kill each one, and you'll gain a different kind of like boost when you revive. But there's knowing games like this, there's always a catch. If you take the easy way out, it's going to reflect poorly in like maybe like a bad ending or something like that, like a bad end.
Don't come near. No.
Force way to come near.
As you revive and start to get a feel for combat, you can fight your way through the undead in the catacombs to the west. You emerge upon a ruined beach. There, you'll find the cloaked figure who's been
Looks more like a
shadowing you
jungle than a
throughout the
beach,
game,
but yeah, you can see that.
standing at the shore, looking out to sea.
Blade. This island is cursed. Just like yourself. To lift this curse, you must leave this place.
I mean, that tracks, that makes sense.
Kill my creation. My creator. And I will give you my thought. So you can get off this dreadful island.
Okay.
You reawaken in your cell, now determined to track down the creator of
Oh,
this
round
world.
two. Round two.
But unfortunately,
Nice. I would imagine you're gonna die again eventually.
the path to him is not any easier to navigate. And if you die too many times along the way to finding him, Ara begins to feel something change for the worse.
Ooh.
This can't be happening. I can feel my soul fading.
So you can live forever.
And no matter how much you try to resist it, death eventually takes its toll upon you.
That eventually comes for us all.
Oh. You look at that. You want to continue. Do you?
I love that art.
You wish your life could last forever. Like a pathetic coward. Well, guess what? Life isn't forever. You will die and rot one day.
Yeah, as will we all. Oh, that's cool. I love that fake out. That is so awesome. To have a fake out. Damn, that's awesome. It kicks you back to the beginning. I love that. I love it.
You again?
That's right.
You should find our creator. I heard he might be east. Now leave. You head in the direction of this mysterious figure, where ghosts and witches lurk in the darkness. On the path there, you find someone sitting alone. People like you.
Yes.
You're human, are you? You destroyed the world for your own
I did no
selfish
such
pleasures.
thing.
Never thought about us. Disgusting creature.
Hey, Soul, how's it going?
Leave me alone.
We're taking a look at a game called Trail of the Gods. It's a 1-bit horror game that's on mobile.
I was waiting for you.
I was just, let me pause it real quick. I was just super impressed by the quality of it because it's a mobile game. So I'm like, oh, damn.
The creation awaits behind that door. Be prepared
Well,
to
glad
die.
to have you awake.
It won't be safe here. And sadly, creation too.
Ooh, that's an interesting concept. That's an interesting concept. I've heard it talked about a lot also in Gnostic texts, which is that God himself, or itself, depending on whatever belief structure you have, didn't exist until humans basically invented it. So humans invented a power structure of uh, basically cosmic or divine entities to govern their life or explain things they couldn't understand. So it's basically the consensus of humanity that brought gods into reality to explain things that we were just naive to at the time. So the idea of something to be a creator and also a creation, that's a nice twist. I like that. You again. Nice. I don't know if this was intended to be so, but this game like visually also reminds me of something I would play like on a T1 or T188 calculator, like in college, or something like that.
You saw him. The creator. He acts menacing, but he is in deep pain. Please, spare him.
The Creator may strike you down once, but if you rise up once more and get some help,
Why, hello, dear.
A mercenary ready to be
you
hired.
can return to defeat him.
The creation waits behind it.
So you came back to annoy me. But you're tired of being killed? Suppose your life isn't worth much. Let's get this over with. Time, pathetic,
Wonderful sound design. I love that. I think Brian put that in, but still looks awesome or sounds awesome.
My second fight nearly went wrong. Both of my mercenaries died almost immediately.
Oh wow. Damn. Thank you.
But thankfully, I was able to hold out until the end and defeat the creator.
And then poof goes the false god.
Only as life fades do the echoes of the most beautiful forgotten moments flourish and appear right in front of your eyes. So you realize that all of those memories slid right through your entire existence just to come back and remind you how great life was. And that now, it's all over.
Now it's all over.
You ungrateful bastard.
Nice. I love that. I love the fucking fake outs.
Nobody is here.
Well, I would think so because we destroyed the creator. Oh, they're still here.
I have what I owe you. Just go west. Just go through the forest. I got you what I promised.
Interesting. I'm intrigued now. Oh, is that a raft? Cool. We'll actually get off. Conceive our greatest.
To conceive our greatest
Oh, there we
creation
go.
was our one-sided intention. Ever eager, our hunger unending. Brought us to the near closing. The few left did nothing but mend. The mistakes of the forgotten.
Yeah.
Off we sail. We follow the horizon. To yet another inception.
Oh, do we end up at another island?
Here we go.
That's cool. You think the game's over and it's a fake out. I love all the fake outs.
What is this place?
Got a face, it looks like a face.
The fact that you made it here says a lot. It means that you have a strong will.
Yes, I would
You
imagine
created
so.
me to help. I listened.
That's another interesting concept thing to make note of. The fact that Buddhism or the concept of Buddhism is the fact that humans were stuck in this internal cycle of suffering. So humans themselves found a way out of the reincarnation cycle through the pursuit of basically the eightfold path. There's a bit more to it in there, but I'm not going to get too into it. So the idea that possibly this like Buddhist-ish monk, I say ish because it's one bit, so it's hard to tell. is basically like something that we created, a redemption that we created ourselves. It's kind of interesting.
I learned. I saw everything. So, you tried to end me.
Did I now?
I created you to destroy our creator. Have you done what you were meant to do? Now go out there and change the world. If you can, of course.
Oh, okay. It's a guy sitting in a lotus position. That's why I thought it looked like a face.
Can you?
Oh, damn, I love that. Yes, master.
After you reach the end of the game, 4 new characters will have unlocked. Khan from the north, Boo from below, Rot from above,
Boo! Shout
and
out
Go
to
from
BJ.
eternity. You can replay the game with each of these characters using any gear of your choice. I did a
that's
speed
cool.
run with Boo using the same build I mastered the first time around. The ending was effectively the same, and I haven't tried any of the others, but I do have a couple of theories about whether there's something else to be found in this game.
Oh, okay.
First, there simply might be some things I overlooked or ran past in the game that changed the course of the story. I don't know if there are other endings. For instance, I don't think I ever tried to attack the man we meet at the end of the game. When he says, "You created me to help, I created you to destroy our creator, have you done what you were meant to do?" This might imply that you were supposed to attack him before leaving the room. And I don't think I ever tried that. Second, the new characters you unlock at the end of the game might indicate some secret mechanic.
That's what I was thinking too.
Ara, Joy, Meo, Khan, Boo, and Rot, they all correspond to cardinal directions and or degrees of freedom.
Yeah.
This is with the exception of Go, who just seems to represent the concept of eternity. They're all also named with distinct one-syllable sounds that could maybe a symbol, or translate to some secret code the developer had in mind. I don't know what that could possibly be, if it's even a thing at all. Maybe it's a cipher, maybe it's some phonetic code, or some other kind of riddle where you have to beat the game with the right characters in the right order, or something else. This is all just guesswork, and my only goal is to get you to ask the questions that I'm not equipped or patient enough to answer myself. What I do know is that this game has some really interesting themes and plays with them well.
No, I love the theme.
The Eternal Castle seemed to have a lot of underlying messages about imperialism and environmentalism and technology. But Trail of Gods seems to be a bit more complex in the message it wants to convey.
I did not get imperialism or any sort of environmentalism at all. I got a kind of like post-apocalyptic-ish fantasy setting where there's some supernatural force that possibly destroyed the world, and that's why whatever the inhabitants of the world are now would blame humankind. But I don't necessarily link that back to environmentalism, not me.
Even if it does touch on some of those as well. More than anything else, there are a lot of themes around creation and destruction that, even if they're not fully fleshed out in the game as I currently understand it, feel very powerful and eloquent in a weird, abstract, and deeply personal way.
Yeah, that's a good point to put out too. Like, I like the fact that they are deep and abstract, and the fact that you can basically have them relate to any aspect of your personal belief.
Our life as the main character of this game begins with destruction. The razing of a village is our earliest memory. It's directly tied to our entry into and participation in this world. Life and death are always juxtaposed in this cyclical, back and forth way. Ends always serve as beginnings, and life is portrayed as something that is just as easily wielded as a weapon as it is broken and shattered. It makes you wonder how many more tragedies need to happen to somebody like Ara. How many lives need to be lost? What pains we need to suffer before such a cycle is broken? Before we can work up the grit and courage to break the curses we've been stuck with and create a new world. Do you wait until after you're shackled and thrown in the back of the carriage? Until all of your neighbor's blood has been spilled? Your friends? Your loved ones? Until you've stared death in the eyes and realized that you aren't an exception? Everyone's curse is the same, but everyone's moment of change, their moment of realization, is different.
Yeah.
I could project and theorize about this all day, but one day, Minchiari will emerge from whatever blackout curtained room he's furiously working in and explain the
Nice.
meaning behind all of his work.
I agree with that. There's also a lot of what he said that I don't agree with. I think what it's really touching on is the concept thematically of an ego death. Not many people nowadays have ego deaths, which is why I think there's a lot of selfishness and self entitlement. And basically, an ego death is when you have something really, I won't want to say traumatic, but very personal happen to you, that kind of like wakes you up from the slumber that you're in. I think a majority of people, of humans, we stumble through life in a blissful stupor, kind of like, well, as long as it doesn't affect me, it's not my problem, type of thing. And I think that's a very big. I don't want to say it's a problem because it's personal. Because like, what was my personal ego death could not even affect you. It could just be regular Tuesday for you. But it's a very deep personal thing, which is once you have that ego death and you experience it and you're broken down to your base components emotionally, and then you build yourself back up, whether it's with help like therapy or getting psychiatric help or maybe just help from family, whatever it is, or whether you have the grit to dig yourself up from a an ego death, you're always stronger for it. And I kind of see those themes echoed in this game.
Or maybe he'll continue to be a modern-day Peter Molyneux and leave us all frustrated and confused and enthralled with his creations for decades to come. Either way, thank you for hanging out and taking a look at it with me. Let me know what you think of this game down below and what else you have been into lately. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace. That was awesome. Okay, I really enjoyed this video. I will link you guys to it.